Hey guys, it is me, Kisame Unlimited, and I'm here to tackle the link summoning mechanic. A lot of people have been tackling the link summoning mechanic. I could have tackled it yesterday. I didn't want to because I didn't really grip the situation and really understand it. There was so much to read and so much to understand. And for me, I was taking it all in. For people that are anticipating and want to see a Toot and Boot, I will be tackling a Toot and Boot for this Tuesday to make up for this because this is the monthly topic that I do once a month. So for people that are interested for the Toot and Boot, you'll get that on Tuesday. But this is a monthly topic, so we'll be tackling the topic at hand. The first thing that we're going to be tackling is the new present day field. Our new present day field has two big changes. We have the extra monster zones, and now we also have the removal of the pendulum scales in their original spots, and now they're in the spell and trap card zones. But I wanted to look into this, and I wanted to make sure of this, but now you could still play spell and trap cards in the spell and trap card zones. We still have our 5 spell and trap card zones, but if you're a pendulum user, you have to take up those 2 spots to play your scales, and that is a new good addition, in my opinion, to slow down pendulum decks and to kind of put a little bit of a nerve saying, if you want to have your pendulum scales, you can't really have, your 5 spell and trap card zones as well. You are locked to 3. And I think that that's a pretty good, neat addition, and it also makes the field a little bit more compressed and makes it more simple based, and I actually really like that. I think that was a really, really good addition on Konami's part. Our next big addition is the introduction to the extra monster zone, and that's mainly how we're going to be introducing the link summoning mechanic. So now we have these new link monsters, which are pretty easy to summon. They're like XYZs, synchros. They take like 2 or 3 monsters of whatever thing you're looking for, and then you summon a link monster, and each link monster has a little arrow pointing to another part of the field where you can now summon your fusion, your synchros, and your XYZs, and you could summon them. But other than that, if you don't have a link monster pointing to that direction, you can't summon a monster from your extra deck. So it's a good way of how they slowed the game down. It's a good way to nerf the game and make the game not as fast, and I do compliment them on trying to come up with a new addition to slow the game down. But for me, it's like, I think the link summoning and the link monsters are interesting. I mean, I kind of wish that they were in blue. I think that they should have made the link monsters a different color, personally, because I don't like how they resemble ritual monsters. I kind of wish that they were either pink or red or yellow or something around that area. But basically, it's a way that they wanted to introduce and basically say, all right, so now if you want to go into all these busted loops and all these busted combos, you can't have all these things without the link monsters, which is really smart on Konami's part, because Konami is a business and they want to sell their products, but technically every person today plays fusions, synchros, XYZs, pendulums, and this is a way that they really have nerfed all that, saying, hey, if you want to use all these things that you know and love, you kind of have to go out of your way and play these new link monsters, which I actually have no issue with. I have no issue with playing the new link monsters, but the thing that I'm a little like, I'm not a fan of this, is that the one thing that they really could have done better is that they could have increase the extra deck size, because I'm pretty sure these cards go in the extra deck, and the extra deck is really, really, really small, and people even before Link Monsters wanted to see the extra deck grow in size, because we have no room, and we don't really know if they're going to be like pendulums where they're going to be like on top of the 15 card limit, but if they're in the 15 card limit, that's kind of bullshit, because we really, really need that space. The only thing about the Link Monsters that are different from regular monsters is that they don't have levels of rank, so you can't use stuff like the level limit area B or gravity bind on them. They also don't have any additional defense points, so they can't switch their defense position, so you can't Book of Moon them. And I mean, any other addition, because they don't have defense points, they have links where they say how many links that they have. Basically, what really brings out the link monsters' potential is how many monsters are linked to them, give them extra additional effects and strengths. So that's a neat, interesting quality. So it's basically like it works both ways, that the more link monsters that you have attached to your link monster basically makes it stronger, makes it better, and at the same time, the links that you are given give you options and outs to summoning more monsters, like from your extra deck. So that's really interesting. But the only thing I hope and I'm praying is that I hope that it increases the extra deck zone, or it doesn't, or the link monsters do not affect it. Because if they affect it, because a good example for me, someone that has a very limited extra deck, I really don't want to be like, I kind of need to add 5 link monsters just to get the ball rolling and do my shit. And I kind of hope that it doesn't come to that, but only time will tell. But you know what it is for me personally? My overall opinions, for the people that actually care and want to know about my opinions overall, is that I don't ever want to go into a new Yu-Gi-Oh mechanic angry, hating it, say I want to quit, say it's getting on my nerves, because the way I view it is, Konami has an intention, and every intention that they have ever introduced, like, I was a big fan of synchros. I was a big fan of XYZs, and I really didn't mind pendulums. I thought that they were a little fast and a little unfair, and I'm sure that as time goes on, they'll make Link monsters busted in some which way and form because they gotta sell them, and for me, I'm sure they'll make them fast and competitive and really good. Because the one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Players is every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player finds a way to get around stuff, and everything gets exploited. But for me personally, I'm going to go into it optimistic, and I'm going to be hopefully blown away about the new introduction. So I hope that everyone enjoyed this video of me talking about the new Link summoning and the Link monsters and giving my overall opinions of the new show coming up, because they're all going to be doing this fancy shit. I hope that the new protagonist actually uses all the Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics, kind of like how Yu-Gi did, because I thought that that was so neat. But other than that, I hope you guys all enjoy this video. Like it if you haven't already, and I hope you guys all have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye.